Hey everyone! Today I am working on the Altered Index 2025 Challenge by Nonstop Papercrafts, and I'm on week 46, and the prompt for week 46 is labels. And the first thought that I had was the labels that we put on people or people put on us. Sometimes they're negative labels, sometimes they're positive labels. Obviously I want to focus on positive labels. So I have this stamp set by Stamps by Me. I don't know what it's called. Came in a magazine, but it has these certain stamps on it that says friend, patient, true, kind, special, precious. So those are the labels that I want to focus on today. So I'm going to actually set that aside for the moment because I will work on the actual card, and I wanted to pull out this stamp set, and I'm going to use this large floral image, and I have a few different colors of Distress Oxides that we'll get into in a moment. And I apologize, I just waited to start this video because there was a train going by. I have double tracks out my window, and now there's a second train going by. Hopefully it won't be too noisy. Plan is just to layer that right there, and I'm going to stamp this. Do I want to heat set it? I probably do. Let's stamp this with my trusty VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. This is my favorite ink for crisp images, my favorite ink for sentiments. And because this is on watercolor cardstock, it is going to take more than one application. Just make sure that is lined up properly. We'll give it a third go here. Hopefully that will be good enough. The center of that flower is struggling a little bit. Try to give it some extra pressure. All right, that works. Pull in some scrap paper and my clear embossing powder. And I will go off screen, heat set this with my Wow heat tool, and clean up and be back. Okay, look at how beautiful that is. So now what I'm gonna do is come in with some Distress Oxide inks. I've got Tumbled Glass, Squeezed Lemonade, and Kitsch Flamingo, and I just want to make some bright and cheery colors on here. And I'm just gonna ink smush with my little tool here that I made after watching NB Cards. Squish out some other colors. Grab a wipe to just dab off my smusher in between. And I'm leaving the ink there because I'll probably come back and add some more of those colors. Get some blue going on here. The blue mixing with the yellow can make green, obviously. If it mixes with the pink, it'll be more purpley. Let's add a little more pink down here maybe. A little more pink into this flower. And some blue over here. And I'm going to dry this and come back and layer up some more. Okay, I'm actually going to clean these up because they're getting a little muddy. And let's add some more of those colors. Oops, come on. Okay, and I think I'm going to start with some blue. And then come in with some more pink. And some yellow. Some green here. Okay, I will dry this and come back. Okay, that is starting to take shape. I do want some more blue. A bit more there. Okay, I will dry this again. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that for the moment. I might add a little bit more color to it eventually, but I want to start working on the words, which I'm just going to stamp onto some scrap white cardstock, if I can find some here. Okay, I got this piece. So just grab out some blocks. Might be able to do a few on this one block actually. Okay, so if we've got precious, special, true. Trying to line these up. Is that going to fit on there? Yeah. Patient. It does take patience to line these up. I'm trying to line them up on my glass mat grid here so that it will be easier to cut them out straight. That one is not wanting to get lined up straight. That should work. Okay, do those ones separately. And I do want to bring in my scrap paper again and clear embossing powder. And my VersaFine Clair Nocturne. heat set these. Okay, we'll do friend. I actually have a friend die that's probably similar, slightly larger than this, which maybe I'll use, or maybe I'll use this. And one left. And I will cut these all out. Okay, I have cut all of those words out. I do not like how chunky that is, and I am not great about fussy cutting around words. So I do have a friend die that I have cut out. That is not going to stand out on there. It needs to have the white shadow cut out, which I did not cut the shadow out. This is from the Bitty Buzzwords by Honeybee Stamps. So I will just take that outline part and go cut that out. Okay, that is going to look so much better than that. It still looks pretty busy on there. Well, we'll have to see how that works. But I think before I lose the little dot on the eye, I am going to glue this down onto here. Okay, and then this little tiny guy. Okay. Let's just put a tiny dab of glue right there. There. Now that piece won't get lost. And now, let's see what it just looks like if I have these words kind of on here. That was kind of my thought, is just to randomly pop them on there. That looks really washed out though, like not, well, just makes, they're not super easy to see. What could I do? Just a moment. If I put vellum over top, not necessarily a colored vellum, but vellum over top is going to make it easier to see. Let me see, in my stash of vellum, I've got all kinds. That one. That Just kind of tones it down and makes those stand out. That one could work. It's not completely clear. It's got a slight color to it. Now the problem is, how do I attach it? I could cut it down so that it's open top and bottom and fold the sides over. Now, the challenge. I could score it and it might be easier. But I don't want to take the time to take out my tools. So we're just going to do it this way. And in my drawer, I've got some trusty Scotch tape. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? There are some spots wherever these are going to go, I can actually glue the vellum. Well, I can peel the tape up after. Let me lay these out. And see, I think I want friend right in the middle. So you know what, let's just glue that in place. And let's put these just like randomly, so they're not all even. Maybe something like that. That one slightly. Okay, let's do kind. Right there. And then precious. There. Definitely like that. Special here. True there. And the last one is patient. Which will go there. Okay, then let's lift up one of these sides. And I'm going to add glue to the backs of where the words are so that the vellum will stick down onto the card. Okay, let's see how that worked. Okay, I like that. Let's add it onto a card base. Give some pressure. All right, now I think I might pull out some black diamond art gems. And let's just see what a few of these might look like. All right, let's just leave it at that. So this is my card for week, my paper, I don't remember what week we're on. Week 46 of the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts. And the prompt for week 46 was labels. So I went with the labels that we place on people and on ourselves. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.